Why are you so touchy with me? You pause, your thumb hovering over your phone screen as you looked down to find Peter laying his head on your stomach. It was normal, an everyday occurrence that he never questioned before. Why, you don't like it? You teased, not looking away from your phone. Peter shook his head, a small smile playing on his lips. He grabbed your wrist, guiding it to the bedside table. You placed your phone on the table, glancing back only to find a satisfied grin on his face. Now that I have your attention, Peter chuckled lightly, his chin resting on your stomach as he looked up at your hooded eyes with a few pieces of hair almost covering eyes. Why are you so affectionate with me? Why? You shrugged, pushing his hair back from his forehead as he leaned into your gentle touch. Maybe I'm just an affectionate person. You were lying. Yes, you were an affectionate person, but only for Peter. He was right to be curious about it. He was your best friend. You've known him since you both were 7. You both went to the same elementary school, and you were glad you ran into him at the park. When you saw him for the first time, you almost laughed, which explained why little kids were so mean. He was sitting back on the ground, his arms and clothes covered in dust as he sniffled, holding his injured knee. He wanted to make a comment about how it wasn't even a big deal. He was just being dramatic because he just scraped his knee while running toward the slide. But there he was, crying and wiping his nose as he held his knee. You only intended to give him your handkerchief and help him stand up. But when he looked at you with his big brown eyes and mumbled a small thanks, you knew you made a new friend. My mommy always kisses my knee when I get hurt. It makes the pain go away, you told him, waving your hands pointing in the air to show the direction of where the pain went. Where's your mommy? He sniffled in response, wiping his nose with his sleeve. I don't have one. Oh. You held his shoulder, proud that you were taller than him, but pushed the thought at the back of your mind and squeezed his shoulder, complimenting on what to say next as you turned to look at him, turned him to look at you. I can kiss your pain away. Really? He asked, looking up at you with hopeful eyes, and you nodded, smiling widely. I won't kiss your knee, though. It's dusty. You wrinkled your nose, and Peter nodded, tilting his head in confusion. What do you want to kiss? You pressed a quick kiss on his cheek, pulling away, only to find blush coating his cheeks. He smiled shyly, fiddling with his shirt. Thank you, he mumbled, looking up at you shyly. It helped. You wrapped your arms around his skinny frame. I'll always give you kisses because your mommy can't, okay? Your 7-year-old self had taken it upon herself to give him all the love you could because he said he didn't have a mother. You knew he had his Aunt May and Uncle Ben, but some extra love didn't hurt, did it? You had always been more affectionate with each other since you were kids, hugging him whenever you wanted, kissing his cheek as goodbyes, sleeping in the same bed during sleepovers, cuddling and holding hands. It was your thing. You're not an affectionate person, though, Peter said, pushing himself up to rest his head on your chest. As you raised an eyebrow at him, your fingers brushing at his curls. What do you mean? You chuckled, playing with his curls. You're literally laying on me. How am I not an affectionate person? Yeah, but you're only like this with me, he said, holding your gaze as he hesitantly mumbled the next words. It's our thing, right? Our thing? You bit your lip as you batted your eyelashes as innocently as you could. I'm with this like all my friends. No, you're not. He let out an annoyed huff, wrapping his arms around your waist. You only kiss me on the cheek. I kiss MJ's cheek sometimes, you lied, which was not really a believable lie because everyone knew MJ was not a big fan of physical affection. Liar. Peter scoffed, narrowing his eyes at you. You only let me into your room at night. You're the only one allowed to be out this late. You replied flatly. I won't let you in if you came from the door, Peter. You're the only one who can crawl on the wall and come into my window. You still let me in? It's basically my second home. It was. He came to your window whenever he didn't feel like going back home. He shot me a text and crawled into your room. He usually slipped into your bed cuddling you, if you weren't asleep. Or whenever you were awake, you both fell asleep while talking. He mostly talked about his patrol, and his soothing voice was enough to lull you to sleep. Well, I don't let any of my friends freeze outside when it's fucking snowing. You shook your head. Especially the one who decides to fight crime. Peter groaned in annoyance. You only let me cuddle you. Stop comparing me to your dog. Peter rolled his eyes. What I mean is you wouldn't let Ned sleep on your boobs now, would you? You giggled, patting his cheek. I let my dog cuddle me too. What? You laughed as he burrowed his face in your chest, rubbing his nose against your boobs, his arms tightening around your waist. Why would I? He's my friend. So why do I get this special treatment? Peter asked, placing a soft kiss on your clothed boob as your cheeks heated up, a coy smile spreading on your lips. Maybe because you're my best friend? Ugh, Elizabeth. Peter whined, propping himself up on his elbows, hovering over you. The blanket shifted, sliding down his back, exposing both of you to the harsh cold of winter. Peter! You copied his tone, laughing as he leaned in, his face hovering over yours as he playfully narrowed his eyes at you. Just best friend? Why? You played with the back of his sweater, your nail scratching his collarbone lightly as his grip tightened on your waist. Do you want me to be something more? Peter rolled his eyes, his lips almost touching yours. Elizabeth. You cut him off. With your lips with your lips. His eyes widened as you captured his lips in a mind-reeling kiss, his words dying in his throat as your hand moved up to his hair. He melted into your touch, letting his body rest on yours. You gasped into, oh, spicy. You gasped into his mouth as his body pressed you into the mattress, enveloping you in his warmth. His hand came up to cup your cheek, gently caressing your face as he pulled away for some air. You licked your lips, savoring the taste of his strawberry chapstick that you forced him to apply because they were always so chapped in winter. Your thumb brushed against his rosy cheeks as his eyes fluttered shut, leaning into your touch. He opened his eyes, a shy smile on his face as he leaned down to press a quick kiss on your lips. Hi. Hey. You let out a breathy laugh as he rushed up to your cheeks. Hi. Peter said again, offering you a giddy smile. You already said that, you teased, brushing his hair back. Great. He bit his lower lip, blushing under your gaze. So, am I getting an upgrade from best friend to boyfriend? Let me think. You hummed, tilting your head, pretending to think, I don't know. I think I need to kiss you again. Just to make sure you deserve that upgrade. Oh, Peter teased, brushing away the strand hair out of your face. I'll make sure to let you know just how deserving I am of that upgrade. Peter! You swatted at the back of his head, heat rushing to your cheeks as you looked away. At least take me on a date before doing that. What? Peter spluttered, realization hitting him. I didn't mean it like that. Sure you didn't. You teased, rolling your eyes. Best friend. Elizabeth. Peter whined, pulling you closer, nuzzling his face in the crook of your neck. I want to be your boyfriend. You laughed, threading your fingers through his curls as his muffled words made your chest swell with love. Do you? Please? Peter looked up, pouting petulantly. He leaned up to place a kiss on the corner of your mouth. Can I be your boyfriend now? Yep. You pecked his lips, laughing lightly. You're so cute. You're cuter. Peter whispered, peppering kisses down your jaw. I love you. You pulled his face up, pulling him in for a sweet kiss. Love you more.